So good to see everybody. Thank you again so much for being here. I appreciate that. We'll just take a few more minutes to get everybody in here. Just want to welcome everybody and thank you. This is a great thing that we are trying to do here. And like I said, I appreciate you guys coming on a Monday night. So yeah. What's up, man? Thomas, Kansas, everybody. Oh my God, 3 a.m. Yo, it's 3 a.m. Thank you. Caramel, what's up? Moji J, everybody up in here. So good to see you guys. Shaky. Caramel. I know I actually took time to shave, so I want to look somewhat presentable for a second. Trash. Monroe. One more minute, guys. We'll get started. Let's go. That's the intro right there in itself. I want to bust it out. $10:05. Maura, what's up? Thank you. Ton of people, man. Ton of people here. All right, 10:05. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your schedule to be here on this beautiful Monday night. What you got that we're going to be doing every week is we have a show called Gratitude, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about every week things that people are grateful for, things that people are really appreciative of, whether it be a situation, whether it be a person in their life, whether it be something that they're just really appreciative of. So what we're going to do every week is we're going to have this show every week, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday, and we're going to have different topics every week in regards to being grateful for things. So again, thank you so much for being here. Just wanted to take the time to just mention a couple things. Got a lot of awesome content, a lot of great shows. Meet me every week, every night of the week. Mondays we got On Air with Choff, super good friend of ours, good dude. He's got a really cool radio show that he does every Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's called On Air with Choff. So you guys, if you get a chance, pop on over there, check that out. I think you'd really love it. He always asks people to come in the box and talk about really funny things. So you guys, if you get a chance to do that, check it out. You really like that. Also for the rest of the week, on Thursday nights, we got date night on Thursdays. We got 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got Love is Blind with Perfect Flaw. It's a really awesome show on Thursdays. It's just a wonderful thing that she does. She has different contestants that come up. She has a bachelor. She has a bachelorette. So she switches it up every week. And it's just a really fun show that she really hosts and does a great show. So she does that again on Thursdays at 3. And if you don't get a chance to check that out, maybe you have maybe you're still at work, maybe you got the kids, maybe you have other things going on that day. What you can also check out is Love Quest, Blake Premier, Thursday nights, guys, at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Blake Premier, please favor him. He's got an awesome show with Dr. Morgan. She's a clinical psychologist. She really knows her stuff. Blake knows his stuff. There's always a wonderful amount of knowledge and just people that you can relate to, questions about relationships, things like that. So if you ever have an opportunity to do that, please check it out. Like I said, Thursday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You guys will really love it. So again, we're going to be doing this every Thursday or every Monday night. We're going to be doing this. It's going to be a different topic. And if you're interested in being on the show as a guest or really, talking about some things that you're grateful for in your life, please hit up Pineapple Queen in the bottom section of the comments. She'll definitely, you can send her a message, hit her with a DM. let her know that you're interested in the show. And throughout the week, we'll give you a different list of topics of conversation that we're going to go over. And I think that that if it be something that you're interested in, she'll share that with you, and it just be such a wonderful thing that we're really trying to do every week. And I'm so excited to have everybody be a part of that and be a part of so many wonderful things on the Meet Me platform and the Meet Me family, that we just have so many wonderful, positive people that are doing so many wonderful things on the app that maybe sometimes are not necessarily looked at or underappreciated. So we're just trying to do something a little bit different here. And so again, thank you guys so much for being here. Just to give you a little bit of a give you a little bit more of a backstory about what we're doing this week. The topic is going to be new beginnings, and so it's going to be a little bit maybe sensitive for some. Maybe some people can relate to certain stories that are shared. Maybe you can't, but either way, it's going to be a platform and it's going to be information that I think that if you look at it with an open mind and an open heart and look at it as being a positive thing instead of a negative, then I think that so many people will get something out of what's being shared tonight. It really is an important story for everyone involved, maybe not necessarily, but especially for the person that's the guest. So at this time, we have a friend. Her name is Baby Nala. She's going to pop up. She's going to introduce herself. She's going to let you know what's going on. So at the time, baby, if you want to pop up. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Let me cut my volume up. Happy Monday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you really want to just take a chance to just kind of explain yourself, maybe talk about what brought you to the app, what has your experience been so far, just to kind of give everybody just a little bit more of a introduction to you.
Okay. I originally started about almost 7 months ago streaming. I originally started because I wanted to use it as kind of a therapy for me to get myself out there talking to people, because I have social anxiety.
Right.
So now I find myself out there, definitely able to talk to people more.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely a lot easier to be out there talking to people on the app.
Yeah, I think once you really have an opportunity to surround yourself with the right people and the right family or the right, just streams of individuals, I think that it can be more of a really positive thing instead of a negative. And I think that if you haven't already found that, I think once you find that and really get established with the right group of people, the sky's the limit as far as what you really can experience and what you can really, make of this whole outlet for you. So I'm glad that you've been able to, enjoy that so far, and a lot of ways hopefully help a lot of your, anxiety, to some certain level.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So this week we're talking about new beginnings as a topic, and we at some point were able to kind of translate that to your particular story and what you've experienced, and what has brought you out of the situation you've been in and made you extremely grateful. So if you would like to kind of touch on that, or wherever you'd like to start, just to kind of share with people your story, your background, what you've been through, and things like that, and kind of give us a little bit, or all of us, a little bit of opportunity into your life.
Absolutely. It's going to be a little difficult for some to understand and some to take in. But about 12 years ago, I was sexually assaulted by my at the time my boss. He took advantage of me, and from that, I got pregnant, and because I don't believe in abortion, I ended up having her, which ended up keeping me from doing a lot of things in my life. Kept me alive, to be honest. Um, but now I have my 11-year-old daughter.
Right.
She's amazing.
I'm sure she's the love of your life.
She is. But after that, I kind of jumped into another relationship, which I thought was um, my high school sweetheart. Turned out he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up being abused for 8 years. Um, in every sense of the word, he controlled me.
You're good. You're all right. You're fine. Take your time. We got as much time as you need.
Um, he he did things that I didn't think that I could. That I didn't think I would ever go through in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I didn't. I thought, I was stronger than that. I thought, I could always get out of those kind of situations. I was controlled
Yeah.
all 8 years. I ended up having 2 children with him by force. I wasn't. Didn't have a choice. Um, I took a lot of beatings, and my children saw it.
Right.
My oldest actually was assaulted, not sexually, but physically. Was held down by his throat on my steps by him. I had to physically put myself in between him. It wasn't easy, like trying to fight him off
Right.
on any occasion. There were times when my son would try and put himself between me and my ex,
Right.
and I couldn't let him do it.
I think that a lot of people. I think a lot of people that I know, especially people going through, and continue to stay in situations having not opportunities or a lot of directions that they can go, whether it be financially, whether it be that they've just depended on the particular person that they've been with for so long that maybe it caused them to maybe not necessarily be as close with their family as maybe they once were. And so, I think sometimes people just have to do the best that they can with the particular situation that they're in. But, through saying that, I'm sure that, there was a little bit of a light at the end of that may be very, a little, came to you and what it made you learn about, yourself or your kids or, you know.
Once my my neighbors ended up calling the police one day and got me out of that situation, and from that I was able to get out of that situation and found myself stronger. Um, do things
Yeah.
beginning. It's definitely a little hard, but I definitely find myself a lot stronger, that I can push through and get out of all the negative control that I was under.
Mm-hmm.
And I all that day, and I that similar assistant for them if they need it. I try to help other women and other people, even men that are in a similar situations with their women.
Sure. I mean, that's not necessarily just, a female issue. It's just a situation where they not knew the cost in it, and it just becomes this snowball effect of a lot of just, negative, and to like you said, I mean, you have to push forward, you have to be positive, you have to, trust in whatever that you trust in will get you out of that. And like you said, just have a new beginning and a fresh start. What do you feel, once you kind of got out of that situation, what do you feel was just pieces of your children kind of direct the beast?
We see therapy. We seek therapy all the time.
Right.
We like I see a psychiatrist once a month, and I see a therapist twice a week, and my kids and I see a family counselor 3 times a week. Like, it's that bad that we had to, like, that's what we still go through.
Mm-hmm.
But we together.
And that's, I mean, like,
because through it, saw thing that with all stronger together.
Completely 100% agree. You don't, family don't have positive and focus on the fact that happened. But yeah,
Honestly, kids, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
That's my silver lining. If I did
Right.
kids, I would not be here.
Yeah. So, guys, just want to take a quick break. We just want to thank you to every month Eastern here. We welcome she shared situations she's been in with some domestic violence and how that affected her life, how that affected her children's lives, how it affected them altogether. But that, she's had, to the topic of tonight, had a new beginning, had a new opportunity for a new start, a fresh start. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. So it may be, again, just a little bit sensitive for some people. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you can't. Maybe you know someone that's been in that particular situation. Maybe you don't. But either way, we're trying to focus on the positive stuff, focus on where we can go, what we can take from this particular conversation, and how we can apply it in our own lives to be such a positive, reinforcement to maybe so many different people that cannot necessarily, sympathize or can't necessarily, react or have that affect their own life. So, again, so as you move forward through that situation, where do you feel like it affected your relationship with your children? How do you feel like that probably made you guys grow a lot closer together? What take me kind of down that path of the new beginnings with them, and how you feel like you said they're going to counseling and things like that, but like a little bit more digging into that a little bit more. How do you feel like that has made their life maybe a little bit better, and they're getting that some help or that?
For a long where it's all stronger with me because they don't have to see the hurt that I'm going through anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I have to worry about any of that that pain or any of that. They get to experience the joy now, and they get to be happier and do the things with me that we didn't get to do for those 8 years. We get to go out as a family, whereas when I was with him, when I was being controlled, I wasn't allowed to go out. I wasn't allowed to do anything. Nope. Now we can go to the park and we can
Just do normal stuff, really.
we can do family things and not have to worry about, am I going to get in trouble for this?
Right.
Now I can take my kids and go do anything.
Absolutely. Have you been able to personally have people in your life, maybe say your family or friends, that have really been supportive or been there to help in any kind of way, or has it just been all you? Or
I don't have family around.
okay.
When he was living here, my mom was living here,
Mm-hmm.
and because he was so controlling, my mom ended up leaving.
Sorry to hear that. Has that relationship gotten any better over the years? Do you feel like that y'all have been able to kind of, get back to where maybe you wanted to be with, your mom, or how's that relationship been?
Over the last year, yeah, we've gotten better.
Because I was going to say you could probably use that as a new beginning, having a relationship, probably if you want to kind of probably, like you said, got back to where it needed to be.
Yeah, my mom still lives in Florida, but she definitely was able to accept the fact that I got out of that, and she now supports us and me and my children, and we are able to move forward from that, and we talk a lot more. We video chat like at least once a week now. I try to talk to my dad. My parents aren't together, so it's hard.
That makes it a little more difficult, I'm sure. Yeah.
I talk to my dad as much as I can. He knows the situation. He finds it a little difficult to talk to me because he was abused by my mother, so it was a difficult situation for him to talk about to me.
Yeah, because he was just relate to that on a personal level.
Yeah, so we're still on rocky roads there, but my mom and I, through time, I'm sure we'll get there. But I don't talk to my brother because my ex assaulted him. I don't talk to him, so.
I think a lot of people lose sight of the fact that it is a very cliche saying, but like time does heal. a lot of wounds, and sometimes it can take several years, sometimes it can take just a few months or a few weeks. But I think that if people put the energy and effort into trying to build or rebuild relationships that maybe have want to go and where they need to be. So
I mean, it's definitely a new beginning with all of that. I mean, some
mhm,
people don't understand that it still affects your personal being
mhm,
with personal relationships as well when you try to start a new relationship with somebody else as well.
right,
Like that it still affects you trying to move forward from that. Like I'm trying to start a new beginning, like trying to move forward, even trying to start a relationship with anybody. And
yeah,
it's difficult because I have to sit there and explain to them that this has all happened to me, but I'm trying to move forward. That's in my past, but there are still triggers. There are.
sure,
There are. There's always going to be those triggers.
absolutely.
And it's going to be difficult to move forward, move past them. It's going to take time, but I never know when those triggers are going to hit.
But that's all you can do. I mean, like you said, you have to be honest. You have to be very straightforward with whomever you meet in your life, and give them kind of a little bit more of a background and an understanding of where you've been. But that's not necessarily where you want to go. So
Right.
the amazing thing about that is, and that kind of touches back on the topic of the week, is the new beginnings is where when you are able to communicate and translate, what you've been through and have that transparency with someone, and to let them know that, hey, this is what I'm coming from. Because I mean, let's just, all in life have dealt with personal things. We all have dealt with things that, I mean, if you introduce me to someone that doesn't have any baggage or doesn't have a situation that has really affected their life, then I will gladly shake their hand, because I think that everybody, and to some degree in their life, has something that they're dealing with, something that can affect their friendships with people, something that can affect their personal relationships, whether it be dating or, even with their own family. So, we all have things that we deal with on a constant basis, and we all try to learn, we all try to grow as people. And, and that's what the topic was about tonight, was just the new beginnings and the fresh starts. And, how grateful we are that we as human beings have the opportunity to do that, because, a lot of people don't. If you're in a situation where you maybe lost someone, well, there's no starting over, for that, or trying to have a new beginning. So for us to be in the situations that we're in, we just have to continue to be grateful and mindful and appreciative of, where we're at and where we're no longer, in a situation. And just, especially with children, have to move forward from that.
Right.
So, do you feel like that moving forward for you has opened your eyes to some changes that you want to make in your life? Maybe things that you will not tolerate, or what you will look for in a person, or maybe the bar has been set a little bit higher for what you want in your children's lives, or how that can be affected by them, personally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know exactly what I don't want and what I do want. I know exactly what I don't want to. What's up? All right, I'll take care of it in a few minutes. Uh, uh, go and where I want.
Right. where do you feel like for you, if you even want to touch on that, like on a personal level, where do you feel like that has really changed for you as far as what you're looking for in someone, and what you're grateful for as far as what the challenges have been put in front of you, and how you move forward.
Um, I don't know. Just
Really, right. This is, what do you um do you is do you think that you can create for yourself? Do you feel like it's something that you may not necessarily look for and it happen? What do you feel as far as that's concerned?
like, do I want a relationship? Is that
Yeah,
what you're?
yeah. Like, do you consider that like an maybe not necessarily an ultimate new beginning, but do you feel like for you and your kids, do you feel like that's the new beginning that you'd like to have?
I hope so.
Hmm.
I do. I hope so.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of days where I don't see it happening.
Hmm.
I mean, I do have my down days all the time.
I'll do. Absolutely.
Absolutely, um but yeah, I do hope one day that I will have that new beginning where I can find that person that will be my forever person.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that, like you said, with the story that you've had and the opportunity that you've had to share that, I think it really gives you a platform, especially on here, maybe not necessarily just dating, but like it gives you an opportunity to really, dig into some things that maybe you have, buried in the past, or maybe it helps you kind of, shed a little light on, just the whole situation. And I think sometimes for some people, they don't necessarily think that talking about things make it better. But I think that Meet Me especially is just a great platform to really connect and really network with so many different people, and be able to share things, whether it be on a stream, whether it be off a stream, and really try to, oh Lord, there we go. There we go. So, just to kind of switch gears up a little bit, what would you say is probably the best advice that you could give for someone that's maybe experienced something very similar, to your situation, or even completely different? What advice do you really have for them?
Reach out. Get out. Don't stay. Absolutely not. Just get out of there.
Yeah,
Out to someone, anybody. It could be someone in the grocery store. Just tell them that you need help. Anybody.
yeah,
A, a stranger, a neighbor, anybody.
hmm,
Run out.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
yeah. I think that a lot of people, really, like I said earlier in the conversation, I think that they stay in a situation a lot of times for the kids. Even if it's a situation that doesn't involve, violence or anything like that. I think that a lot of people stay for children, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But your children are they're everything in your life, and you want the best for them, and you want them to be in the best situations that they can be in. And so, like you said, I mean, you have to get out, you have to make a different choice, and that's what you have to do. Do you feel like you can still love someone with an open heart right now? Or do you feel like that's a little bit more of a difficult thing for you?
I've never actually loved someone, so I don't know. The only people I've ever loved are my kids.
Hmm.
I don't honestly know if I could love because I don't know what it feels like. And that's honest.
Well, I mean, that's tough. That's tough. But like, like you said, you may have not necessarily felt that way for someone else, but you certainly know how you feel about your children. And that's definitely love right there. And I think that that certainly says a lot about you as a person. I think it says a lot about you as a mother. And I think that it really gives you a chance to really set the bar for what you want them to have in their life and what, the direction that they need to go in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, you probably, have loved maybe in a different way, maybe not necessarily another, male figure or someone of the opposite sex, but, you still love your children, and that's still the number one thing in your life. And that's a great, thing to look at right there. What's something you will always tell your kids, knowing, where they've been and what you've been through? What is something that you always tell them to just hold on to as far as a positive thing or a new beginning or a new change? What's something that you always really communicate to them?
Don't ever settle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever settle.
Right.
Go for what you want. And don't ever say you can't do something.
Sure.
Ever.
Mm-hmm. And that's really the best advice you can do is, I don't think that anybody at any particular level in their life really want to settle for anything. I think that we all as human beings try to strive to have better situations, better people, better jobs, better, opportunities, for being there. So yeah, but, again, I just thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for, just, being here and really being vulnerable and telling everybody about what you've been through. And I really hope that the situation that you are in right now obviously is a lot better, but I hope that you continue to get, the counseling or the advice or support from a professional for not just you, but for your family, and that, that you continue to just grow and be where you want to be with them. Because, to move on in life is to grow. And that's what it's all about, is new beginnings and a fresh start. And again, I just wanted to just thank you so much for being here.
Anybody that is in those kind of situations or anybody that needs to talk, I am available. I do offer help because I am, I do advocate.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Again, hey, you're a wonderful person. You're a wonderful human being. You're an even better mother, and you're doing everything that you can the right way for your children, and that's the most important thing. So it was just like to Blake's point, it was just a pleasure to meet you. It was a pleasure just to be a part of your life in such a positive and reinforcing way, and the fact that you have this platform to really be in the beginning. And again, we just thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Thanks.
It was such a wonderful, it was just a great, that she took the time to just be so and just honest with us, honest with herself, honest with, things that were going on, but that it's really given her an opportunity to be, great. So, I'm so glad that we had, baby Nala up to share her story. And I hope that it brings just as much comfort and peace and gratitude to her life as it is mine to be able to listen to, such a wonderful person, be able to share such a tremendous story. So again, guys, thank you so much for being here. Next week's topic will be random acts of kindness. And so we'll get into that here in just a couple minutes. But guys, every time we want to just end with a quote, we want to share just a little bit of advice or a little bit of something that's peaceful and comforting to you and your life and your loved one. Just to share this with you, this is actually a quote from Oprah. She said, "Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them, just find a new way to stand." So let me read that one more time to you guys. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them, just find a new way to stand. So I hope that that was able to hit something for someone. I hope that you were able to really apply that to your life and it be such a wonderful, just uplifting thing in your life. So let that definitely hit a bit different. Let that just be something to really soak in and simmer for you. Just to kind of, like I said, we were getting back to the new topic for next week. The new topic for next week will be random acts of kindness. Just to give a couple examples, maybe, I don't know, maybe someone buys diapers as a new mother. Maybe someone bought you a coffee. Maybe you bought that for them. Maybe someone drove you to a job interview, or you drove them. Maybe it was someone paid for your groceries. Maybe you were in a drive-through at McDonald's and someone bought yours that you were ahead of them. So again, just next week's show topic is random acts of kindness. Please, again, message Pineapple Queen for information. If you're interested in being on the show, if you're interested in adding just a wonderful thing of knowledge to this, I just wanted you to know that. To Emoji's point, the show is being recorded. It'll be on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/emojij. Dude is really awesome. He does a lot of amazing things for so many different people on this app that I definitely do not want to go overlooked. But he's a wonderful dude, and he provides a lot of great content and information for so many different people. And so if you guys have an opportunity, please favorite him. Please continue to try to support so many different people on here that are trying to do so many different and nice and positive things. And so again, we're going to just wrap this up just a little bit earlier tonight. But again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for just taking the opportunity out of your Monday evening to show up and just, again, just thank you for being a part of it. This is something we're going to do every week. It may not necessarily be as intense all the time, but again, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good evening.